What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with TC. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing the video in the thumbnail. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please stay to the end of the video. You might see something that you like. Everybody else, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss when the next video is dropping on the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
So we met and got married in 2 weeks of knowing each other, which was a big downfall on my part, of course. But I really, at the moment, felt like that's what God wanted. Like, I felt like that's what God sent me. And I will give y'all a whole story time about this whole situation when I get home.
So look, this is how I feel about this, right? We're in a generation now of people who love to say, oh, you can't be alone. I think this is one of the most clear-cut signs that somebody cannot be alone. This is one of the most clear-cut signs of somebody who is an abuser. Because there's no way that you could tell me a logical mind or maybe an emotional mind can say, look at somebody and not even know them for 2 weeks and get married. And obviously it did not work in their favor, because you're going to see what happened later in the video. You're going to see the problems that they're running into later in the video. I think, in my opinion, this is a sign of somebody who is controlling, can't be alone. Or that those are the two worst traits that you could be coming into while dealing with somebody new. And it's obviously the both of them can't be alone, because 2 weeks is crazy. 2 weeks is not even acceptable. But they did it. For those lovebirds who like to think otherwise, like, oh, I married my partner in 1 day. Hey, shout out to you. I don't think nothing is wrong with that, but I think that most relationships that turn out like that, or most relationships that people get into like that, are those that are of people that are controlling, or people that want control of somebody who cannot be alone, right? You have most of the times men who get in relationships with women like that. You know, the greatest trait somebody could have is the ability to be alone. And I'm not saying you have to be lonely to be alone, but jumping from partner to partner leads to things like this, leads to situations like this, leads to outcomes like this. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the best outcome, or it's not going to be an outcome in your favor. But look, I'm about to show y'all exactly why you shouldn't make decisions like this, but you're going to do what you want to do anyway. I'm just giving my advice.
Yeah, I do.
It's crazy, man.
So let's tell the story then. So this man is mad. He's mad. He doesn't like me asking him. I go to work for 12 hours a day. I've been working for the last 4 days straight. I asked this man to just help me clean around the house. You are a husband and a father, right or wrong. I said, just help me clean around the house. Look at these dishes. These dishes been there. The sink full of dishes. They've been there since yesterday, last night, dinner, yesterday. He said, I'll do them by 4 o'clock in the morning. They still ain't done. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah. First thing he want to do is grab the fucking broom. All you want to do is sweep, bro. So let's be honest. You are a husband. If your wife goes to work and pay the bills, and I say, can you at least go do the dishes? They should have been done, right or wrong. Right or wrong? Right or wrong, though. Right or wrong. You don't work. You don't pay bills. I asked you to do the dishes. It's now 12 o'clock. We're getting ready to have dinner, lunchtime. Don't nobody want to go, sit your butt down. Don't nobody want to go eat in no dirty kitchen, Marquise. When you were gone, when you and Luca came back, this house was clean, was it not, Kyler? We got up, exactly, right or wrong. The dishes was done, the whole house was done. I got up by myself after working, washed all the clothes, went to the laundromat, bro. You still ain't even went and washed the load of clothes you said you was going to do. My baby ain't got no clothes, bro. You are a husband. This is your stepchild. You are being lazy, bro. TikTok, please let me know. Please let me know if I'm wrong, because there's a lot of viewers on here, bro. They can at least be honest.
Just like I said, now we're running into a situation where she's telling him that he is a father, a husband, a stepfather at that. And she is little boying him in front of, I don't know if all the kids are his or if he's just a stepdad. It looked like he was just a stepdad. You get what I'm saying? Because if they met within 2 weeks and got married within 2 weeks, he ain't had no kids with her. So he's just a stepdad to 2-3 kids and her coming home to problems. Everybody has their own bias. She's obviously the breadwinner in that situation. But I think that every relationship, and this is just my opinion, you can always jump in the comments and tell me if you feel like this is right or wrong. You get what I'm saying? every relationship comes down to a power dynamic. There's always going to be the masculine and the feminine. And I think when a woman gets into a dominant role, whether that be she makes more money than the male, or whether that be she is just in a higher work position than the male, she takes on that dominant role. And this is why a lot of men say that when women are successful, they get men who are unsuccessful to control them, right? And this is, I wouldn't say this is what most men do, because as men, we are attracted to different things. We could be the most successful man in the world and date a girl at Dollar General, but that's just how we're bred as men. But it outcomes like this would seem as if the woman will pick a man that's unsuccessful. We've encountered this a lot of times in society. You get the women who are lawyers and say they want hood dudes. It's no coincidence. Some women don't, either it's control or they don't feel like they're deserving of a man of higher value or equal value. Because I told y'all the other day, life is based on what you can leverage, right? And most times, if you're a woman, men, this is why men always get online and say, we don't care about your accomplishments. Yes, that's great for you, but when it comes to a relationship, that's not where your leverage lies. It's just not. That's not how life works. Now, is getting a degree, getting a house, having your own motion, paying your own bills, is that a good accomplishment? Yes, but that's part of being an adult. That's just like waking up and brushing your teeth. They're still outstanding accomplishments, right? But that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. Nobody is patting a man on the back for paying his bills, paying his car note, paying this, paying that, right? It's extraordinary for a woman, I guess, but that's just a regular adult. That's essential to being an adult, right? Those are things that you are supposed to do. Those are things that should be bred in you from your childhood. You should have been raised to say, okay, I know it's time for me to take responsibility and do these things, right? But the way that she is handling this situation, that's one thing I would say I don't like about getting into a relationship or even dealing with women consistently, getting serious with them, is that you run into a situation where it's almost like a woman will always put herself in a higher echelons when y'all are in a relationship. Because I don't like the term, I've been working with him, giving him chances. Like I've been working with him, trying to get him to clean the house and do the dishes. It feels like a little kid. And I think this might be the reason. It could be just in a woman's nature to do this, but this could be the reason why a lot of women get in relationships and feel like the man that they're with is a kid, because men act like they can't do simple tasks. Some men act like they can't do simple tasks, bro. Let's keep it real. Like washing dishes, that's like a simple task, bro. Your girl cook, you wash the dishes. That's simple. This is why sometimes when it comes to this gender role conversation, I'm not included, because I've always been somebody who I was raised with common courtesy, right? If your girl cook for you, wash the dishes. If your girl doing cleaning the house, go wash the cars. Go take her car, get it washed. If she washed the car, if she take the car to a car wash, you vacuum the car out. If she pull up to the gas station, you fill the tank up. That's common courtesy. That's what you should know how to do as a man. It should just be a part of who you are. But this situation in particular, I feel like I say, she's putting herself, and like most women, I feel like they put themselves in a higher echelons. And this is why could be why men act irrational in relationships and do things like cheating, because she's talking to him as if she is like a principal, right? This is what principals and teachers at school talk to you like, oh, I've been giving him chances to get it right. And you don't want to feel like that in a relationship. It's almost emasculating to feel that way, because he not only is he already in a position where he is not making the bread, he's just like a stay-at-home dad. So should he have had that kitchen clean? Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? She came home from a 17-hour shift. I can't say that she's wrong, but putting this on video and emasculating him in front of the kids is wrong, because now you're going to have those kids looking at him getting emasculated, and all they're going to see is, my mom was emasculating a man, telling him, oh, I gave him chance after chance. So all they're going to think that they are supposed to do in a relationship is look at it, or they're going to look at him for one. This is why it's important if you are a woman who your first decision and the man who you chose to have kids with, and you're jumping into another relationship, or you thinking about jumping into another relationship, your main objective in life, you get what I'm saying, is going to be find a good role model for those kids. That should be your main objective. You know, it comes to a point in life where you got to put your happiness and fun to the side as a woman. And obviously she made the wrong decision in doing that, because look at the conversation that she's having to have. She made the wrong decision. And eventually this is going to lead to a divorce because she didn't pick the right person to be a good role model for her sons. That was essential for her. Even more essential for him to pick a woman who probably didn't have kids if he didn't have none, because now look at the situation he's in. It probably was a situation of him needing a place to stay, but you never know. You get what I'm saying? You just never know what the situation is. In my opinion, the whole situation is out of whack. But listen, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know when my next video will be dropping on the channel.